Hello, fellow creatives of the digital age. My name is Mira Gold, and I am absolutely thrilled to guide you once again through the labyrinth of storytelling as we unleash the power of artificial intelligence on the writing process. Today's session is all about the how to of creating an engaging, interconnected 8-book series inside of Sudowrite's story engine. This process uses the same prompt I utilized this morning in ChatGPT versions 3.5 and 4. You can watch that video under the 25 on the Fly playlist. Just look for the video titled 25 on the Fly ChatGPT Premise Creation 8-book template. So, buckle up because right now we're diving into the thrilling world of series creation. Our mission is to strike the perfect balance between individual book narratives and the overarching series arc, giving each character their spotlight while weaving them seamlessly into a granular narrative tapestry. Ready to dive into the intriguing world of series creation? Great, let's do this. For today's session, I am going to select the SE, which stands for Story Engine 8-book series template. This morning, I actually used this project, which is ChatGPT 8-book series template. Same exact content. I just transferred the information over so that I could go ahead and kind of differentiate the two. So let's go ahead and click and take a look at our prompts. So I wanted to create an engaging 8-book mystery plus medical interconnected contemporary series. I want the AI to assign a new couple for each one of the books. Now, the goal is to write a 200 to 300 word synopsis for each of the books using a popular premise in the selected genre. Now, the only thing that has changed in this prompt is that rather than having a 500 to 600 word synopsis for each book, I'm asking for only a 200 to 300 because there's not a whole lot of room within the story engine outline. So I am asking for it to give me a lower word count. Now, nothing else here has changed. Now, if I were doing a mystery, I could have added the Lester Dent in here. I could have mashed up maybe Jamie Gold with the Lester Dent, or I could have asked for Save the Cat to be smashed with Lester Dent. But instead, I'm just going to go ahead and go with the Mystery and Medical Interconnected Contemporary Series. This is the same genre and subgenre that I used earlier today. So let's go ahead and grab our prompt, and we will find out how Story Engine handles the information. So let's go into Story Engine. I want to show you that there's nothing in my brain dump, nothing in genre nor style. I have nothing in synopsis. I have nothing in my characters. My outline is also empty. There's nothing to the right. So let's go ahead and paste this information in. And currently there's 418 words. That is how long my prompt is. Now let's go back over and let's go ahead and grab a little prompt that I want. Let's go back in. Okay. So if we scroll down to the bottom to the additional prompts, you'll see following the outline instructions as given. Now, I could say exactly as given, so let's see. Now, one of the things that I have found when using some of my prompts inside of Story Engine, it's kind of a hit or miss whenever I am using my commands inside of either the synopsis or character list or even within the outline. Sometimes I will have very similar results that I have in ChatGPT will transfer over into my outline in Story Engine. But sometimes what I end up with inside a Story Engine can be really condensed compared to what I can get out in ChatGPT sometimes. But one of the advantages of working with your outline filled in this way, it gives you the ability to communicate with the AI and makes it a little bit more conversational, because I can request information from the AI and I can direct it to give me exactly what it is that I'm looking for. Now, keep in mind, every time you do a revision, it's going to cost you words. Now, the information that I plugged into my outline, the 418 words, did not cost me a penny. But as soon as I hit rewrite, it will eat some of my words. So please keep that in mind anytime you are hitting rewrite to do something different within Story Engine. It does hit your word count. Now, one of the things that I really like about being able to play around in Story Engine this way is that it gives me the ability to keep everything housed here within Story Engine. So let's go ahead and hit the rewrite. So here it is giving me book 1, and it is giving me book 1, the title. It is also, scrolled up to the top. It gave me the series name, the tagline, the setting. It gave me book 1. It gave me the title for book 1. It gave me the logline as instructed. It gave me the synopsis for book 1. Let's see, Dr. Isabella Matthews is more than likely that is our protagonist. The detective is going to be the love interest. So there's some suspicious deaths of patients inside of the hospital. Now, the save the cat moment, Isabel saves a patient from a near-death experience by following her instincts. Okay, so that's okay. There are some romantic pitch points showing. Now we are leading into book 2. Take a look up at the top. It is just finished, I believe. It's at 1,300 words. That is the longest that I've seen it do in quite some time, actually. So book 2, again, we have our title, logline, synopsis. We have the catalyst, the romantic pitch points, the setting. Book 3 is Emily Davis, so a new character. We had a new character for book 2. Remember, we asked for new characters for every single book. Now, book 3 also has the title, logline, synopsis, has the catalyst, the romantic points, and the setting. So if we look at number 4, and I'm just going to briefly go over it because I don't want this to be an extremely long video. I just want to show you that the same process that I used this morning in ChatGPT 4, you can actually apply that same process in Story Engine. So let's scroll down, and we have book 5, and we have book 6, we have book 7, again, all of the same information, and we have book 8. Now, did book 8 finish? Yes, it did, because the last thing in all of our outlines for our books is the setting. So we have a setting for every single book. So this gave me a whole outline. Now, the next step in this is to actually go back in, and I'm going to grab another prompt. So let's go in and grab, I'm going to go down a little bit further, and I'm going to grab show how the characters are interconnected. Now, because this is a series and I want to have characters, say in book 1, who are supporting characters, I want those supporting characters to kind of have little cameos in book 1 and then become the main characters for book 2, which means that in book 2, some of the supporting characters would become the main characters for book 3, and it would continue that way until we got to book 8. So this little prompt right here, this prompt is going to show me the characters, how they're interconnected. I'm asking for Story Engine to actually give me a character list of all the characters. Now, one of the things that I want you to take a look at is what it says here. So I'm going to copy this, and then we're going to edit inside of Story Engine. Now, I used this earlier in Chat GPT when I was doing some things with some paranormal stories, which it works great for, by the way. So if you're a paranormal writer, or say a shifter paranormal or SFR writer for alien romance, this works great for that method as well. And you can do that right here in Story Engine. So let's go ahead and scroll down to the bottom. And I'm going to put this prompt here. Now, because this is a contemporary, I'm not going to want any information in here that might confuse the AI. So I am going to remove anything dealing with supernatural, because again, this is a contemporary. So I want the AI to give me a series character list of all characters. I want it to include their occupation. I want it to pinpoint any, let's see, we're going to remove the clans. Pinpoint whose side. Let's go with who. Pinpoint whose side they're on. The protagonist or the antagonist. So I want to know if they have a connection there. And why do I want to know that? I need to know that because if it is a side character and they are in line with the antagonist, I need to know that. If it is a main character who it has fallen to the side of the antagonist, maybe they don't realize that the antagonist is the force that's keeping things from moving forward. If that's the case, then I need to know that as a writer. So I also want a list of all 8 books detailing the primary protagonist, love interest, and antagonist for each of the books, along with the supporting characters with cameos. Be sure to show a relationship key to those related or how they're connected. So we're going to go ahead and hit rewrite. So right here, we now have our series character list. Now we could flesh this out even more. We could actually take some of this content that we just generated inside of the outline. We could take that over into the brain dump, and we could flesh out each one of these sections one by one. And one of the things that I like about it is that because everything is done at once, we already have that interlocking connection between our characters. So we have all 16 of our main characters. We have our key relationship. Isabella Matthews is a colleague of Benjamin Foster and Emily Davis. Ethan is a co-worker of Alex, Ryan, and Lucas, and Daniel. Oliver is a friend of Charlotte. Jack is the brother of an FBI agent, Sophia. Oh, that's pretty cool. The female is the FBI agent. I like that. Abigail and Amelia attend medical school together. So, we've got some med students in there. Now let's take a look at the breakdown by book. So we already know who our primary characters are. It lets us know in book 1, it's Dr. Isabel Matthews. It's the detective. We have the antagonist, and look who our supporting characters are. Our supporting characters are Dr. Benjamin Foster and Nurse Emily. So I kind of like that, those characters are in there. Now, one of the things that I am looking at is that in book 2, Dr. Olivia Harper and Alex are the main characters in book 2. Now, the AI did not follow the direction here because either one or both of these characters should have shown up as a supporting character or the cameo role. So you would have to be really specific whenever you're setting this up inside of Story Engine to make sure that your book 2 primary characters have been added to your supporting characters, or better yet, you could just hit enter here and add, so you could add that these are your cameo characters. And you would actually take these 2 individuals here, and then you would just add them right here. Now, I would do that for every single book, all 8 of them, and which means that for book 2, you would go ahead and grab Emily and Ryan. Now, again, I would do this for every single one. Just because that way the AI will be able to keep it straight. Now, again, sometimes the AI gives you everything that you want, and sometimes it kind of forgets. Now, I could have gone down to the bottom and I could have asked the AI to rewrite that and to add back in the content that it failed to give me. But I mean, it's easy enough to just copy and paste and then just add, cameo characters all the way down. And by doing that, I'm saving words because this was 420 words. So, I mean, if I had words to burn, sure, I wouldn't mind doing it. So, again, all you have to do is just copy and paste. Now, one of the things that you might also want to do is extract this information to make it a little bit easier for you to pull this information off, so that whenever you are trying to play around with some of these and fleshing them out here in Story Engine, that you have each one individually. Now, you're going to have to decide how you're going to want to set these up. Are you going to want to generate all of them in this same project? Or now that you have it fleshed out, are you going to want to generate book 1 here and then transfer all pertinent information over into a new project for book 2 and then do the same for book 3? So there are a couple of different ways that you could actually do this. Again, you're going to want to find the process that works for you. Now, for your book 8, if you wanted to continue the series, then you would just find another couple that you could add in there. Maybe it's a new group of interns. So again, take a look at your content. If, say, you get these published and they're doing really well, all you got to do is just go out and find a couple of more characters and you're in business. Okay, and let me finish those last few. So we still need to add these 2. So let me copy those and paste those in there. And I need to get the FBI agent. That one looks like it'd be fun to write. So there you have it. So if you are looking to be able to plot content all at one time within Story Engine, then this might be the tip or trick for you. Play with, the prompt, see how you can make it work for you. You might find that little variations here and there actually make it do, better for you. Let me go back up and I am going to go back to Story Engine. I'm going to go in and extract my characters and my first level of drafts. So let's scroll down. Let's find where that is at. Boy, that is really far. So let's make sure that it has all of them, and it has all 8. I am going to restore this just so that I can copy them. And let's go back. And if you're on a PC and you hit Shift Control V, you'll be able to paste it in without losing any of your content. So take a look at the word count between the 2 different revision generations. My content totals 1,778 words. And there you have it, my fellow creatives. That wraps up our session on crafting the early stages of an 8-book series inside of Sudowrite Story Engine, utilizing only the outline card and its revision field. This was a fun challenge, intertwining individual narratives into an overarching plot, balancing the continuity with freshness, and maintaining reader engagement across multiple books. Please remember to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the AI Writers Connection channel to ensure you never miss our future sessions. And remember to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about our latest content. Join the conversation in our AI Writers Connection Discord group, where we carry on these discussions and others, exchanging ideas and encouraging each other on our creative journeys. All are welcome in this inspiring community. You'll find the link in the description below, along with the prompts I used. If you have any thoughts or questions about today's session, I'd love to hear from you. Please share them in the comments below. Until next time, remember, keep exploring, keep innovating, and most importantly, keep writing. The future is at our fingertips, and I can't wait to see the stories all of you will create. Stay tuned, and I'll be seeing you soon.